guys, welcome back. Chapter 19, Section 4. We are finishing the chapter today. Continue taking notes, and then we'll do another Kahoot review, and we'll have a test on this pretty soon, okay? So Section 4, I'm actually doing the very last part of Section 3, and then we're getting into Section 4. So if you look at the last page of Section 3, I know, I'm cheating a little bit, it's on the lymphatic system, and this isn't considered its own system. It's really part of this, the circulatory system, but it kind of runs along with it, okay? It's basically a network of its own vessels that works along with the immune system. And it carries toxins away, and it helps transport white blood cells and filters the blood is really what it does, okay? So these vessels are connected to the circulatory system, but they are separate from the circulatory system. Again, its main function is to work along with the immune system and fight disease. And the fluid that it's carrying, it's plasma is what it is. So that liquid component of blood gets into the lymphatic system, and we just call it lymph once it's in that lymphatic system, but it's basically plasma. And it then transports the stuff through the lymphatic system that needs to be moved, okay? If you look at this diagram here, let me get this, I'm gonna go back to yellow. You can see all these little bumps, okay? All these little kind of nodes. Well, they're lymph nodes. And what they are is they're just a collection of tissue that filters the lymph as it goes through. And it might be filtering out bacteria, it might be filtering out toxins, whatever. If you've ever had swollen glands before, sometimes the doctor will feel under here when you're sick. The reason is you've actually got lymph nodes under here. And as your lymph, as the plasma from your circulatory system is filtering through, if you're sick, those nodes are going to be working overtime, and they might actually become inflamed and a little sore. So that's what swollen glands are. That's what's happening there. Lymphoma is a specific kind of cancer of those lymph nodes, and that can occur anywhere in the body where there are lymph nodes. If somebody has had breast cancer before, they frequently, or not frequently, they always, just about, will check these lymph nodes in addition, because unfortunately, if that breast cancer gets into those lymph nodes, because this is a kind of a highway system again, that cancer can spread easily, and so that's something that doctors always check in the case of breast cancer as well. All right, let's move to Section 4 now. Section 4 is all about cardiovascular health, okay? So we've got, let me just bring all of these up. We've got some different things that have to do with our cardiovascular health. There's this big word called atherosclerosis. And basically it's a condition of your blood vessels. If you eat a lot of cholesterol, if you have a very fatty diet, that fat is going to deposit on the inside of your blood vessels. And it actually can cause those blood vessels to get clogged, just like the pipes in your house, okay? When that happens, it's easier for things to happen. It's easier for blood clots to get stuck and cause problems. If it happens in the coronary arteries of your heart, so let's go to blue here. Okay, remember these are these coronary arteries that are flowing down. Well, you see in this picture here that coronary artery has started to get blocked, okay? And it's trapping blood cells and not allowing them through because it's narrowing so much. If that happens, let me see if I can move myself out of the way here. I can't. There we go. I'll keep myself right there. Hi. You can see that the clog is occurring right there. Let me go back to my pen. Okay. And so anything past that clog, any of the heart muscle past that clog is not getting the oxygen it needs. And it can actually cause the muscle tissue to die. That's kind of the definition of a heart attack. When that blood flow is cut off, the heart muscle is permanently damaged. This can result in death, but oftentimes people will have a heart attack and survive. There's a common surgery that's done when these arteries get clogged. Oftentimes people don't know they're clogged until they've had a heart attack, and that's what bypass surgery is. If somebody has a double bypass, that means two of those coronary arteries are being bypassed. The blood vessel is being rerouted around the clogged area. If it's a triple bypass, then it's three of those arteries that are being bypassed and so on, okay? All right, moving on from that. Hypertension. We talked about blood pressure in a previous lesson. Hypertension is when your blood pressure is too high. And there's different levels and there's different requirements, but kind of in general, if somebody's blood pressure is higher than the systolic being 140 and the diastolic being 90, they would be considered to be hypertensive. And maybe their diet would need to change. Sometimes people have to go on medication for that. And the last thing that I want to talk about as far as cardiovascular health is something known as an arrhythmia. And basically that's just an irregular heartbeat. That can mean that the heartbeat is too high, too fast for some reason, other than exercise, okay? Or it's too low for some reason, again, other than being very fit. Or it can mean that it's just kind of inconsistent. It speeds up, it slows down, there's a pause between beats. Sometimes it's not something that needs to be treated, but sometimes it is something that needs to be treated, okay? All right, let's talk about how we stay healthy. Let's see if I can move myself again. All right, there we go. Put myself right there. This is kind of fun. Oh no, it's not going to let me. It's frozen. There we go. Okay. Exercise, eat a balanced diet. You need all of the food groups, okay? You just got to eat things in moderation. It's okay to have fatty foods. It's okay to have cholesterol. You just can't have it all the time. You just have to have it in balance. But the number one thing that you guys can do to stay healthy is don't smoke, okay? Both cigarette smoke and vaping products contain chemicals that increase your heart rate. Your heart is a muscle. It beats all the time. Well, it has a certain number of beats to it. I wouldn't waste those beats if I were you. If you're going to put something into your body that increases your heart rate, that's going to wear your heart out faster, okay? So just don't even try it, all right? All right, I have an assignment for you guys. I need you guys to, by the way, this is an artificial heart right here. This is a fake heart that can be put into a body just to help them buy a little bit of extra time until a person can receive an actual heart transplant, okay? They're not used very often anymore, but kind of a last case scenario. So there's all kinds of crazy breakthroughs, and there's things happening all the time to increase our chances of surviving heart disease, okay? So I want you to Google breakthroughs in heart health, or something along those lines. I want you to find something that you think is just absolutely fascinating, and you're going to share it on Edmodo. You're going to share it in the comments of this post that this video is shared with you guys, okay? But there's no repeats, so you guys are going to have to do this quickly. I'm not going to talk about this. This is the only way you're getting the assignment, so this is going to tell me who's watching the videos and watching them all the way to the end, but there's also no repeats, okay? So you want to do this as quickly as possible. Look to see what other breakthroughs have been shared, and you guys have to find something different and post it in the comments on Edmodo below. All right? That is all. I'll see you guys later.